Tales Told, Mid-Journey.
In the heart of the Yana jungle, where thick canopies shielded the forest floor from the sun and ancient relics lay hidden, the silhouette of a grand pillar reached skywards, jutting out amidst the emerald green. The stone was weathered, etched with markings and runes from a time long forgotten. It stood as the last testament to a city that once flourished here, but the pillar wasn't solely of interest for its historical significance. Atop it stood a bird of unparalleled beauty. Aquila, as the bird was known to the few who had witnessed it, possessed glistening black feathers that shimmered in the scarce sunlight, casting off hues of deep purples and blues. Its eyes, a sharp contrast, were a brilliant shade of gold. Legend said Aquila was no ordinary bird, but a guardian, a sentinel left behind to watch over the lost city's secrets. Every dawn, the bird would sing a haunting melody. Those who had heard it spoke of its enchanting pull, of memories evoked, of a longing for something they couldn't quite grasp. Zoologists and adventurers alike had tried to approach the pillar, hoping to study or even capture Aquila, but the jungle around it had a mind of its own. Vines would tighten, paths would shift, and wild creatures would intervene, always keeping the intruders at bay. Among the few tribes that still lived on the outskirts of the Yana jungle, Aquila was revered. The elders told stories passed down through generations. They spoke of a pact between the ancient city's last ruler and the spirits of the jungle. In exchange for the safe passage of his people from an impending disaster, the king promised that the city's most treasured secrets would remain undisturbed. Aquila, a creation of both promise and magic, was the manifestation of that vow. Kiran, a young man from one of these tribes, often sat by the edge of the forest, his eyes fixed on the distant pillar, listening to Aquila's song. Unlike others, he didn't wish to capture or possess the bird. He yearned to understand its song, to decode the stories it held. Guided by dreams he barely understood, Kiran began a solitary journey towards the pillar. As he navigated the treacherous jungle, Kiran encountered challenges that tested his resolve. But with each trial, the jungle itself aided him, as if recognizing a kindred spirit. When he finally reached the pillar, he didn't find a fearsome guardian. Instead, Aquila descended gracefully, landing on his shoulder. The world around them seemed to still, and for the first time, the bird's song was clear. It wasn't a song of warning or guardianship, but one of longing and remembrance. The song spoke of lost love, of sacrifices made, and of hope for reunions in other realms. As the final notes echoed, Aquila took flight, circling Kiran before soaring upwards. As Kiran made his way back to his tribe, he carried with him the tales of a forgotten city, of its noble ruler, and of a bird that sang not to guard, but to remember.